Damn, that thing fucking grooves. Welcome to Critical Mass, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me today. The news has been nothing but miserable shit. And I go back on the Twitter or X, whatever the fuck it is, for like 5 seconds, and I read some of the stupid shit. And I love when people try to talk about guns like they know guns, and they don't. You can own a gun, but you don't know shit about it. Just because you own it is what I mean. It's just because you own it doesn't mean you know shit about it. Oh, I have a 9mm something or other. I think it's a Glock. So that makes me a fucking expert. So I just, before I launch into the monologue, which I hope you guys hang with me for, put a lot of work into it today. I got a message from my friend in Providence, and so I was asking her because she had worked at Brown. She knows it, and so according to her, that there's places there that don't have cameras, first of all. Second of all, everything, like most of all the places indoors, you need a key card to get into. And this is from her own words. And she's doing, because she's a psychologist. I always get that wrong. Anyway, she's got a doctorate. She's a doctor, a doctor of psychology. She's doing trauma response right now. And there's still helicopter surveillance there. Now, honestly, it's been almost 72 hours since it happened. That dude's gone. And from what I've read is that the poor girl, the poor 19-year-old girl, Ella, she got shot in the face. So there are a lot of people thinking that this is personal motivation some way, somehow. And that's a shame. But that's not what the monologue is about. And I guess we'll, because I have a quote that I want to read you guys too. And yeah, the monologue, this is going to be something personal, and it's probably going to ruffle a few feathers, and I'm going to wait for the fallout from it, and per my usual, I don't care. But, my monologues usually lead into current events. I truly feel that the most important thing in life is to know oneself and be honest about who you are. See, here's one thing. I know I'm hard to deal with for a lot of people. That's not a surprise. Hence why I'm single. And I don't care. I'm not a big texting guy. I know a lot of chicks have a problem with that. And the more I feel like I'm forced to do it, the less I do, which is pretty analogous for my entire life. The more you push me to do something that I don't want to do, the harder I make it. Usually it's to my detriment. I've never desired to be rich, never really desired to have anything more than just what I need. And what I realized many, many years ago is that all I really needed was someone to love and a family. I think I've been successful in my life. I've been a good father. They always say that you're good at the thing that you love. And I love being a dad. I think I'm a good musician. Some people tell me my music is great. Some people tell me it sucks. It's definitely not for everybody. And I think I've been successful at it. Obviously, my measure of success is different than most people's. I didn't become a multi-millionaire famous rock star, but I never desired that. I write music for me first and foremost. I'm also my biggest fan and my harshest critic. And if I write a piece of music that I'll listen to over and over, like any of my favorite bands, to me that's a success. I would have loved to have been able to tour and make enough money for a hotel room and a meal, and pay my electric bill with it. But I never desired to have my art translate into a Bugatti and a $20 million house. I found over the years there's things that I'm innately great at, like building houses, construction, finish work, high-end furniture. To me, it's all art, and it's all been in my wheelhouse, and I've been really good at it, and I've been successful at it. And again, how do I measure success? I have a modest house, a modest vehicle. My motorcycle's sort of flashy, but it's not a ridiculously expensive bike. It all does the job. I have some really nice guitars and music gear, but it's all part of the tools that I need to create art. Just like the tools that I own that help me build houses. The motorcycle is also a tool. It's the tool to keep my head straight and clear. And it's an invaluable part of my sanity, which leads me to this. I've always had another innate ability, and that is to tell engaging stories. Whether you agree with what I say or not, I try to at least entertain people, and lots of people have been entertained. And ultimately, keeping people engaged is part of what this is all about. People have told me I have a great voice and have a great message, and that I should broadcast it. A lot of people come to me and support me, have my back, and push me to do this, and I believe them. So it's not easy for me to say, just queuing up the quote because I had to write it down. I couldn't memorize it. I don't think that this has been a success. Maybe I'm too rigid. I'm uncompromising. I'm stubborn, old school. Somebody said suffering from an antiquated mindset because I have morals that don't allow me to get with the times. And I'm okay with that. And I'd like to read this quote to you. It was pretty prolific when I heard it. It's a little bit long. I don't guess that many people will know what this is from because it's pretty fucking obscure. And I think that it's from a movie that came out in '98, and it was on in the background and not something I would normally watch or choose to watch. But I started listening to what was going on, and I said, whoa, wait a minute now. So usually when stuff like that happens, I think it's Providence, not the city. So here's the quote. See, I started in this business because it's what I wanted to do. I knew I wasn't going to write the great American novel, but I also knew that there was more to life than buying something for $1 and selling it for $2. I hoped to create something which could be held to the highest standards, and what I realized was I wanted to give the news to the world, and I wanted to give it unvarnished. The more we all know about each other, the greater chance we will survive. Sure, I want to make a profit. And I'll explain this next part to you guys when I'm done. You can't exist without one. You can't exist without a profit. But John Bondique is all profit. If we give him license to absorb parish communications, and he has his eye on a few others after us, in order to reach the world, you will have to go through John Bondique. And not only will we have to pay him to do this, far more important, you'll have to agree with him. Reporting the news is a privilege and a responsibility, and it is not exploitable. Although that seems all that we're doing right now is exploitation. We're not really the new media, and that's all. Okay, so, and it's not exploitable, and that's the end of the quote. So that comes from a movie called Meet Joe Black, and it is Sir Anthony Hopkins does not want to get into a merger with a big company who doesn't care about the news. He thinks it's a privilege and it's a responsibility to be able to report the news. And that any good news outlet or reporting outlet should be altruistic in their motivations. And that's not what we have right now. What we have is a bunch of people who are glammed by the limelight. See, I don't do this for money. I haven't made a fucking dime at this. And that's okay. I believe in my heart, whether other people believe it or not. I do this because I do have a voice. And I want to bring reality to people. And the reality of the world right now that we live in is bleak. It seems all that we're doing right now is exploiting tragedies for our own personal gain. You know, people say we're the new media, and we're not. And we're not the new media if all we do, if all that we do is slanted and skewed towards a narrative designed to encourage rage. If we're pushing the same misinformation that we've consistently complained that the mainstream media has pushed. We say that the mainstream media is captured and controlled by our government. And that's a fair statement. But how are we any better if we're captured and controlled by our own desire for clout, money, power, and fame? I do this because I believe in it. Otherwise, I wouldn't. I'm tired of seeing the lies is another reason why I'm doing it. Listening to the fakes, the sycophants, the bootlickers. So I decided if I was going to do this, I was going to do it my way and report on what I see for what it is. I believe that forewarned is forearmed. I'm not going to blow smoke and pretend everything is great if things are bleak. And if they are bleak, I'm going to tell people they're bleak. And it's not because I want things to continue to be that way. I want people to have this knowledge so that they can do something about it and affect some real change. Yeah, everything I look at today is negative. People say that I'm black-pilled, and that's okay. Because the problem is not being black-pilled or negative or seeing the negative in everything. It's if you do nothing to change that. I don't want to live in a world where everybody's full of negativity and hate and backstabbing. I believe reporting on current events, i.e. the news, is about being unvarnished. Raw, no filter, just the brutal truth about what is going on around you. I don't live in a fantasy world where everything is great. And that is what the news used to be when I was growing up. I know that at the end of my time doing this, whether it be sooner or later, I want to feel like I was successful at it. And my measure of success with this is by not compromising my integrity, my morals, irrespective of whether I become financially successful at this or not. Ultimately, at the end of the day, just like my music, just like my construction, I'm my biggest fan and my harshest critic. It'll have to pass through my metric of what I consider successful for me to truly feel successful. And by doing what I do and standing my ground, I'll feel successful at this. I am not going to change who I am and the things that I say for anybody or anything. I am 50 fucking years old. I have made it this far in life. Sometimes successful, sometimes not, by doing it my way. I will never capitulate. I will never bend the knee. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do. I have never been a star fucker. I've never looked at somebody and went, oh my God, that's X, Y, and Z. And been like, oh, huh. I think it's a low moral character to sell yourself. However that is. I mean, that's a broad spectrum. That doesn't just mean one thing. There's a whole litany of things that you're selling yourself. And ultimately what it boils down to is selling your soul. And I'm not going to do that. I would rather be alone in my fight and remain true to myself than compromise any part of me to make somebody else happy. I'm just not going to do it. So I don't know if I consider this successful. I like what I do. Financially, it's been absolutely fucking devastating. I put so much into the studio to do this because I wasn't going to. That's another thing too, is I'm very, very anally retentive and OCD about shit. And anybody who's been around me for 5 minutes can tell you that that's not a lie. And if things aren't perfect, pitch perfect, then it's unacceptable to me. I've never been, perfect example, the last house I built. We, as framers, anybody who's a framer knows on layout, which means all of the studs for every wall up to the fucking rafters, they all have to line up. And one was off. They had put the stud on the wrong side of the line. And they were like, dude, it doesn't make that much of a difference. And I said, it does to me. You're not going to see it. Most likely the fucking building inspector is not really even going to care, but it does to me. I know that it's there. I know that it's not on layout. Cut those nails, knock that motherfucker over 1.5 inches, and nail it back in. End of story. Dude, are you fucking serious? Yeah, I'm fucking serious. Do it or go home. And that's just who I am. So everything I do, it's the reason why it's taken me almost 20 years to do another album. And now that's a little fucking ridiculous. But, just about 16 years ago, life kind of got in the way of that. I had my son, and I focused on him for the first 6 years of his life. And so all this is meant to say that everything I try to do, I am my harshest critic. There's nothing anybody can say that can hurt me worse than me. So with this, I said, well, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to try it. I had a professional camera. I wanted to do a professional setup. So I ended up getting all this shit. The microphones, all the programs that I have to do this. And I sunk a lot of money into this because I just know, I know who I am. And I didn't expect anything out of it. I just figured I'm going to do what I do and I'm going to be me. And if it catches on, cool. If not, all right, well, I would rather have failed at 100 things and been successful at one than only be successful at one and never try anything. So at this moment, again, I don't feel that this has been a success, other than the fact that there are a lot of people who DM me. Some people have my phone number, they text me, and they say that they really enjoy the show. To me, that is a measure of success. That when people are really truly care about you and they're really into what you're saying and your message and you're entertaining them and they keep coming back, that is the only success that I see in this, and I'm honored by that. So I'm tired of the people who are. I'm tired of fakes. I've always been tired of fakes. It has been one of those things that it's been. Thank you. It's always been one of those things where, even as a kid, I harp on this a lot because people don't seem to understand it. Maybe one day people will, I'll energize or incentivize people to, take time and go look at it and say, what the hell is Rob talking about? Go back and read some of the lyrics from 80s thrash bands like Metallica and fucking Slayer and Exodus. I mean, Nuclear Assault was a big one. They were very, very much about just doing your thing and not being a fake, and how the media and the radio always lie to you. And a lot of my beliefs and how fucking stubborn I am about everything comes from the culture that I grew up in. You don't ever bend the knee to something that you don't want to do. I have to live with myself. I don't give a shit when anybody says. Somebody can say, oh, well, Patriot Rob is this and Patriot Rob is that. Okay. That's your perspective. That's your narrative. Doesn't mean you're right. And it doesn't affect me, because ultimately, at the end of the day, I got to look in the mirror and I have to judge myself. And you can guarantee that I'm the fucking hardest judge of me that there is. So while people think that they can say whatever the fuck they want to say and do whatever the fuck they want to do, and that it's going to affect me, it doesn't. Like, I don't care. I don't give two shits about what you say. I don't give two shits about what you do. What I care about is, again, and I'm being redundant, at the end of the day, I have to judge myself when I'm laying in bed and I'm talking to God, or I'm looking in the mirror and I'm talking to myself. I look back at my day and I go, dude, were you what you say you are? And if I failed at it, then I look at it and I say, all right, this is what I got to do to fucking fix it. But what I'm seeing on X, and there's another reason why I limited my time on X the last almost month, is because people who I once had fucking respect for have literally lost their fucking minds. And it's only been, my sound is a bit off? Really? That's weird. I was the only one not having fucking audio issues this morning on the show, and now all of a sudden I'm having audio issues. Well, we'll figure it out. And there's some of these people I've known for years. Reno, you're for years now that I've been on there. I got Reno in the green room, so hold on a second, guys. And I'm just really disappointed. Now, I'm a nobody. It doesn't matter whether I'm disappointed or not. I'm just not going to participate in any of this stupidity. Like, you got questions, you want to know about the things that I know. Like, all right, what is the rifle that this guy used? I know what rifle he used. Do I know what it's chambered in? Well, it comes in 4 different flavors. We can't really tell. No matter what, it's a 30 caliber round, unless it was a 6.5 Creedmoor, which I highly fucking doubt. But all of these guys and these people that are talking about this that have no clue what the fuck they're talking about, they're leading you down a road. And all that they're doing is talking out of their ass to get clicks and likes. Oh my God, I got to follow this person to do this. And it's like, dude, listen, fuck this bullshit. And then when I call people out on it, they're like, well, I'm just going to do what I'm going to fucking do because I'm going to get mine. Yeah, at the expense of what? Your fellow American? Your fellow man? I'm glad you can fucking capitulate with your morals like that. I'm glad that you can, put aside your morals for your personal gain. It's not about that. You can't sit here and say that you want to speak on the news, you want to be the new media, if what you're doing is only for yourself and your personal enrichment, whether it be the amount of people you get following you on X or Instagram or Facebook, because I don't even know if that's a thing. Like, people follow people on Facebook. No clue about that. Or any of the other socials, TikTok or whatever. Look at me. I'm fucking TikTok famous. Oh, that's Reno's trying to get in the studio. We heard the thing. You want to be X famous? Do you understand that there is like the percentage of people that are on X is like this? Same thing with TikTok. Same thing with fucking Instagram. That's not real fucking life. It really isn't. But you think it is. And then you decide you want to try to give me shit. Well, it is what you make of it. No, it's not. The reality is none of this shit is fucking real. It is all fucking generated in your head to hit that fucking dopamine response to keep you hopelessly entranced in this, while all of this is going on around you and you have no clue because you're fucking drooling. It's like, anybody ever see Clockwork Orange? When they had him in the chair and he was watching all that porn and death and they kept putting the drops in his eyes. That's what it's doing to you. So all I know is that if I'm going to do this and I'm going to feel successful with it, I am not going to compromise who I am for anything or anybody. I will be alone in this. I will be I will be hard to deal with. I don't care. This show is my show. It's my way or no fucking way. Because ultimately, again, at the end of the day, I have to judge myself. Rob, were you real on your show today? Did what you tell people, is what you're telling people on your show today true? Yep, it is. And I'm not going to give up. There is nobody on this fucking planet that's going to make me stop. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter how much bullshit comes out of your fucking mouth, I'm going to be right here telling people the truth. And the truth is, everything is fucked. There is nothing good going on in this fucking world right now. Everywhere we look, there is misery, there is death, there is fucking... Oh, yeah. There's been plenty of people that have asked me or has said to me multiple times, Rob, if you were just a little... No. Fuck you. I'm not doing it. I will fight fucking tooth and fucking nail. I don't care. I say it's to my detriment, but it really doesn't bother me. In other people's eyes, it would look like a fucking detriment. So, I don't care. I want to be honest with you guys, and everything that I see is shit. And I'm telling you it's shit. so that you can do something about it, so that we can all do something about it. Right now, this is the thing that I'm doing about it, reaching, thousands of people sometimes. And then hopefully people get fucking pissed and they're like, yes, we have to go out in the real world and do something about this and fight for what you believe in. And if that's bringing back a sense of American exceptionalism to this country and restoring the things that we've lost over the last 40 years, cool. Then I would feel successful. I don't want to just sit here, like I said earlier, and I don't think I was clear enough. I don't want to just sit here and be completely black-pilled and say, all right, fuck it, and give up. That's not the point of the quote-unquote black pill. The black pill is to tell the red and the blue to go fuck off. The reality's right here, and to go and do something with it. I'm not giving up on doing something about it. But you have to know what it is you're doing something about. And that, because of that, and people want to stick their head in the grounds and they want to be a bunch of fucking lemmings and follow each other off a fucking cliff. Because at the end of the day, your internet popularity doesn't mean a fucking thing. So, anyway, Reno, what is going on, brother? Reno got some new gear, but now he's not talking. Because he can't. Everybody, this is fucking hilarious because it's about time somebody else had fucking audio issues. No. Oh, shit, bro. You want me to take you off screen so you figure it out? Oh, no. Say something.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, there we go, everybody. It's Reno. What's going on?
Fuck off.
Oh, man. Somebody else is taking up the mantle of having fucking audio issues, and it's not me for once.
Now I gotta be able to put you in here. So
that's why there's a delay, because I can actually hear it going through your computer. Oh yeah, there's a wicked delay.
I got it.
So you got it.
I got it.
Okay, good.
I gotta fiddle fuck with it for a little while, and then it'll come. It's like a woman, man. You gotta work her a little bit.
I'm not even wasting my time anymore.
Did you know that McDonald's got rid of the McRib again?
Dude, there's nothing on this planet that would ever get me to eat a McRib.
Well, you're a piece of shit then.
Dude, you can't get me to eat McDonald's, period.
I can't help that, man.
Are you eating McDonald's right now?
I am.
Yeah, well, you're what, 135 pounds soaking wet?
150.
That's like one of my thighs, dude. I can't eat that shit.
150 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal.
So you think they're going to catch this brown shooter?
I'm hoping. I mean, man, it's like two fucking squirrels fighting in a fucking bucket right now.
Yep.
It's crazy.
I can't believe how fucking, well, I mean, I guess I can. I got to stop saying that because I can believe it. How woke the police department is that they have somebody on a fucking hot mic telling the fucking chief of police of Providence that he can't say something because it's offensive.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Are you kidding me? This dude is a piece of shit who shot fucking 11 people.
Yep.
Yeah, killed 2, 9 are in the hospital. This dude doesn't deserve any fucking respect.
Dude, he's proven innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, saying that I'm a constitutionalist, I have to go with that. But you know, and the other thing too is, my friend Dr. Carolyn was telling me that the only way to get into those buildings is if you have a key card.
Yep.
And there's a lot going on with this that is really, I mean, with the amount of fucking video that's coming out of Bondi Beach, you know, and everybody's talking about it. There's a shit ton of video, and the fact that there is not one good, clear image of this shooter is fucking unbelievable to me.
Yep. It's hard to believe in 2025 that we don't have a video or an image.
Dude, Providence in itself, like if you've never been to Providence, I can tell you about Providence. Providence is probably one of the most heavily surveilled cities in all of New England, maybe in all of the country. Every single stoplight through fucking Providence has a fucking camera on it. Every single corner has a fucking camera on it. My daughter drove through there one time, and then a fucking week and a half later, they sent her a fucking a ticket in the mail for doing 31 and a 30. And she's like, what? Yeah, I mean, there's very few cities that have the amount of fucking cameras in the infrastructure when it comes to that. And we're talking HD cameras because they got her fucking license plate, the grill, it was in HD, man. It was her vehicle. And her behind the windshield. Like it made her face out. And this was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's funny because a lot of people don't realize how much of a surveillance state we live in.
The only cameras I have here for an hour south of me and an hour north of me are on coming into the toll booths. Other than that, there's no cameras on the side of the road here.
Yep.
And then you drive into Mass, and you definitely drive into Boston. There's fucking cameras everywhere. But Providence, as far as the cities in the Northeast, I think probably New York is the only one that's got more cameras. But Providence is an extremely, extremely heavily surveilled, and they don't have any images of this dude except for the back of him walking, and it's grainy as shit. It's like all those alien videos.
So you would think that if they have the back, then they have the front, right? They would just have to back the camera up, I guess.
Honestly, I know what my heart tells me. Now, don't quote me on this, but this is what my gut and my intuition's telling me. This was yet another Islamist or leftist attack on a school, and they know it, and they're trying to figure out how to spin the narrative, because that's what Providence in the state of Rhode Island is.
Yeah.
It is a heavily captured leftist fucking state. And Providence, of all of the cities, is as woke as it gets. And they don't understand that we're now more awake than we've ever been before. And one grainy image is not going to work. It's not going to work the way it worked with fucking Waco.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
You know, we didn't have the technology then. And then, you know, you had the fucking ATF and the FBI running up to the CNN cameras going, no, you can't film that.
I'm wanting to believe, and I guess that's just a good part of me, wants to believe that they do have images or they do have video, and they're just not releasing it. I want to believe that they have more information than what they have.
Oh, they absolutely do. They absolutely have more.
I mean, investigations are, you know, you don't always want to let everything out of the cat out of the bag. you know.
Yeah, but bro, we're coming into 72 hours now, or actually it's probably even been longer than that.
Yeah.
This is now the time that I would think that any police department, just looking back through history, the way they've done things, is they want this suspect. So they're going to put a picture of the suspect out.
Yeah.
To see if the community.
And that's not to say that here within the next couple of hours or whatever they won't, you know.
I don't think this motherfucker's even in Rhode Island anymore. I mean, dude, you can get out of Rhode Island in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Either way, either from if you're in Providence, you can get to the Massachusetts border in 22 minutes.
Yeah.
You can get to Connecticut in 45. That dude's long gone.
Well, and there's got to be cameras on that on the roadways.
Dude, I don't know. I'm focusing on this one because this hits more home for me. Yeah. And, you know, obviously, I don't wish ill on anybody, but you know what? When you have a captured country like Australia, where you've taken the right to protect yourselves and defend your communities away from the citizenry, you get what happened at Bondi Beach. Bondi.
Well, and just like I said this morning, you know, a lot of these countries have very liberal policies, and you know, those liberal policies they're paying. You know, they're paying for those liberal policies, and now, you know, everybody wants to be inclusive and everybody wants to be kind and so on and so forth. But depending on who you're dealing with, they don't have that same mindset you do, and now they're paying for it, you know.
I want to play something from Sky News. And
are you still wearing enough layers to insulate Alaska?
I am.
Yeah. You know, I really hate these fucking goddamn commercials, man. But hold on a second, let me screen share this. Let me full screen that before Enrique has a heart attack. Full screen that shit.
Let's go live back to our senior reporter Caroline Marcus in Sydney, where a pro-Palestine supporter has attempted to disrupt tributes and has been escorted by police. Caroline, what can you tell us?
Well, a short time ago, tensions really flared here outside the Bondi Pavilion, just metres from where this massacre took place. A woman wearing a Palestinian keffiyeh turned up to this vigil, this makeshift memorial in place here. The crowd surrounded her. There are a lot of members of the local community here, as well as Jewish community, mourning the victims, and people were asking her to leave very forcefully at times. Police ended up surrounding this woman, about 20 officers, I counted roughly, and escorting her several blocks away from here. But after she had been allowed to remain in place for some time, police were pushing us away. We were trying to cover what was happening and ask this woman why she had attended on such a day. This is my exchange with her.
White liberal woman. Go fucking figure.
Why did you turn up today?
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Keep going, please go.
Nine's there.
Keep going.
Nine, our colleagues are there. It's not quite fair. I can.
Are you able to tell us why you came here today?
Absolutely. I'm very happy to tell you why I came here today. I'm entitled to speak and they're entitled to ask me. I came here today because I'm a Jewish person, because my family was murdered in the Holocaust, because I have community members who were murdered.
Let's go.
And I'm being threatened with arrest, talking with the press.
Move this way, please.
Were there no Israeli flags here, we would not have wanted to fear. Because this community has politicised this tragedy, we are standing here because the flag of Israel represents genocide. All Jews are entitled to mourn.
Come on, man, I need to get paid up. Keep moving there, police station.
Yes. Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Does she remind you of somebody?
Yeah.
Is that Pam Hemphill?
Yeah.
Dude, they are such a captured country that every single citizen is completely cucked out.
Yep. Every citizen. It's insane. This is what happens when you neuter your people.
And that's why I push back so hard on the whole fucking bullshit narrative of we need to be nice and take the high road. There is no high road with me. I have been permanently stuck on the low road for a long time, man, and I'm happy to be there. And maybe other people are going to start to get it. We can't take the high road. These people have proven that they are not, and we are not going to be able to win any war, any fight, any skirmish, any battle with these people if we continue to be nice and Christ-like. I know that goes against, and Patty would fucking love this right now. He'd be like, wah, 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 wah. But Christ didn't want us to be pussies either.
Yeah, absolutely.
He didn't want us to just be attacked and not do anything about it.
Nope, I only have two cheeks to turn.
Yeah, it's like, bro, what happens when I go from this one to this one? No.
To a lot of people use religion as a reference, and everybody wants, in the modern day religion, in a lot of these movements, wants to talk about how good Jesus was, and that he wouldn't do this and he wouldn't do that. Jesus was very resolute in what he said, and he flipped the tables in the temple. Jesus wasn't
and he beat the money changers with a whip, dude.
He wasn't a pacifist.
No.
And nobody, I hear a lot of everybody wants to make religion a wonderful thing, and everything is great. And we talk about love, and we talk about accepting and loving each other, but nobody wants to talk about the righteousness and the fury of God either, and the judgment that's going to come from God. So,
I talk about protecting your families, protecting your loved ones, your communities. I don't think those are anti-Christian values, and protecting means whether you do it physically, whether you do it verbally. You shouldn't. The only thing that allows evil to thrive is good men doing nothing.
Yep.
And that dude that stopped the son from shooting, that's a ballsy motherfucker, man.
Yeah. Yep.
And there's very few people in the world, there's very few men in the world that would put themselves in harm's way like that to try to protect people. So I got to give that dude a lot of credit, man. It takes a lot to be able to run into the fray like that unarmed.
And I do want to point out, and I know that it's not a popular subject, but we talk about Islam not being compatible with Western values or anything. But that the guy that stopped them, the guy that put himself in harm's way to save people's lives, was a Muslim. So you can't. How am I going to say it? you can't put everybody in a box and say that every person, that was just a man acting off of compassion for humanity. And
Yeah, I mean, look, dude, I've
he
said
didn't stop and ask them what their pronouns were. He didn't stop and ask them,
what their religion was.
what their religion was. He acted out of compassion for humanity to save people's lives, and that's what this world needs more of.
You went really dim there for a minute there, bro.
Yeah, I know. I have a white light that I took off. Sorry. There, better.
You see all the complaints of everybody in the show this morning. What's all these dudes doing wearing fucking sunglasses and poorly lit?
Our future's so bright.
Yeah, no shit. I laughed at that dude, and that dude was fucking retarded.
It's because we're feds.
Yeah, feds and commies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, that dude gets a lot of credit, man. And I've always said that, yes, 10% of Islam is radicalized terrorists, but there's 2 billion Muslims in the world, and 10% of that is 200 million.
Absolutely.
So that's a staggering number, that there's 200 million radicalized psychopaths that want to see death and destruction because we don't believe.
I mean, I take a very non-interventionalist stance about world politics, and I don't make any mistake about that. And it comes from my background of things that I've seen done and things that I've done. But I get into the Bible a lot, and I don't hide that. But anybody that wants to see world peace, that was spoke about in Matthew, chapter 5, where it says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God." So, anybody that wants to see peace would be included in that.
I found a video of somebody, an Islamist, talking, and I'm trying to find where the hell I saved it. And I can't, because I'm technologically inept. Patty says you're 135 pounds, by the way, and
150.
He says you're full of shit.
Between 150 and 152.
He says you're full of shit.
135 pounds is in my pants, sir. Those are my balls. I have huge balls.
I'm trying to, I try to save some of these videos, and all of a sudden I go and I save them, and I can't find where they go. That's a fucking boomer moment, by the way. I told Patty to come in here and tell you to your face. Oh, here it is. Okay, so why? All right, maybe you guys can hear what he's saying.
So you need Bluetooth to your thing, sir.
I don't actually, you know what? I don't have to Bluetooth it. I could just do this. Hold on. I will figure this out. I will finger this out.
No, for we don't have this aqidah concept firm in our minds that Islam did not come to coexist. Islam is Islam la yu'la. Islam ya'lu.
So what he's saying there in his clicky language is Islam is always superior and should never be surpassed.
ولا يعلى عليه. And Islam is raised high and nothing is raised above Islam. We can't think of Islam that it came to live with these other religions in the sense that Islam is a religion amongst those religions and they have a share with the truth. And they have a share of justice. And they have a share of, this worship of Allah, the correct worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Islam came to correct all of that. Islam came to remove the oppression of all those religions. And it is the only truth, and it is the only way to justice.
Patty, you just can't come into EV Mux and join the studio?
No, you have to send him a link because he's.
Oh, can you send him a link with the?
If he goes into the group chat, it will be there. No,
it won't because this is my studio.
Yep.
Or just DM him on X or something like that.
Stand by.
So you heard it, this dude that was speaking just now, somebody that is in the Patty's too much for me on Mondays. I think he just wants to come in here and tell Reno he's a liar about his weight.
Why would I lie about that? What do I have to gain by lying about that?
I don't know. But so you hear him. He's saying that there is no other religion above Islam. All of the other religions are fake and oppression. That's pretty ironic that he's saying that Islam is come here to. Oh, you kicked Reno out.
Oh, that's fucked up. See, that's why I need a different link. I'll get back out.
Yeah, no, he's gonna send you the guest invite.
All right, I'm logging out.
Oh God, what a professional fucking setup we have here. Reno, come back in when you're ready. So I don't know. When he comes back, we'll ask him. Because I'm... You sent them the invite link, right?
No, I was fucking doing it, and then he came in here and kicked me.
All right, so send them the guest invite.
Okay, give me a sec. What's his at, dude? I don't even have him.
At Patty Don't Surf.
Fucking gay.
I think.
At PADDYDONT. Patty. There he is. I fucking found it. Fucking faggot. I can't DM him, dude. What the fuck? I can't DM him because he's gay.
Can you send them the link?
I'll put it in the War Boys. I'll put it in there. I'll put it in.
Do you have his phone number?
Nope. Oh yeah, I think I do. I got it. I'll put it in this. I put it in this thing. Some bitch. It's in War Boys Studios. All right. Sorry. Fucking. Here we go.
Yeah, the fucking Patriots fans. Hold on a second, bro. Hold on. I lived in Mass for 29 years, and if I have to say that I'm a fan of any sports ball team, it's definitely the Patriots. But I'm not like a psycho fan. And my son plays football, and he loves the Patriots. So, yeah, that is the fucking Patriots fan.
Patty, it's in the X group chat.
Oh yeah, no, I know. You're talking about Patty. I think that
You can't log in and kick me out of my own fucking shit, bro.
Jesus Christ, you don't have to get sore about it.
I'm not.
Yeah.
So we have a question from the chat. Says they want to know when they're going to see you get knocked out by Paul.
Oh well, that's a good question. So we haven't figured that out yet. But look, in all honesty, and I've said this to everybody that I've talked to about this, and I'm going to say it publicly now. Paul is going to knock my head into the third row, or maybe the third row. I will take a prop bet on whether it's the third or over. Like we'll go over under on the number of rows that I'm going to get knocked into. But I don't care, man. Like it's not about that. It's about like just, hey, man, we can make jokes and some people can't take jokes. And I'm willing to go in there and get my teeth knocked out to stand up for the fact that you should be able to make jokes. I look at myself in this regard as like an Andy Kaufman, kind of situation. and so fuck it,
You're
man.
really just liking yourself to fucking Andy Kaufman.
Yeah. Yeah, why not, man? Like, I'll take a beating for that. Like, I mean, yeah, that's all right. Paul is obviously a monster. He's 3 times my size. He's gonna kick my ass, but I'll take the ass kicking, man. Like I will. I'm not afraid of it, and I think that he is. I'm more motivated to get in there than I think that he is. So we'll see if it actually happens. I'll be there. I'm down. You know what I mean? Like I'm not.
When's it going down?
Well, I don't know because other people have to organize it. Like I told him, I told everybody, I said, look, I'm not organizing this shit, but I'll show up.
Where is it going to go down?
I don't know that either. I mean, someone else has to figure that shit out, man. It's not up to me to organize the fight, man. I'm not Don King. I'm Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? So fuck off. Like
Michelle Tyson.
Are you saying you're
Michelle Tyson?
I'm Tyson Foods. I'll show up when I'm told to show up, but somebody else has to organize it, man. That's fine. Anyone who wants to do it, as long as it's in a venue where people can actually watch and see it. Yeah, I don't care, man.
You floats like a butterfly and stings like a marshmallow.
Oh, I'm definitely going to be there. I don't care where it is. I'm definitely going to be there.
Oh, look, man, I have no doubt that there are plenty of people who would want to pay to see me get my ass kicked, and that's why this is worth doing. So,
Patty, dude, I think Paul, being a trained fighter, and this is coming from many of my own years' experience, actually fighting for real. Right. I think he's going to. He's not going to beat your fucking head in.
Yeah. Well, I think
because he's not going to feel that there's any honor in it.
Right. Well, here's the thing, man.
That's how real fighters fight.
Well, the thing about this is that Paul's obviously, a professional fighter, and I'm not, and he's going to win, and I'm going to lose. But he better be careful. He better be a little careful because it's not like I've never been in a street fight before, because I have, and like
here comes the shit talking.
No, I'm just saying if he fucks around, he's gonna find out that he's gonna get stung in the face a bunch of times. So he can play around, but I'm not going to go into this. I'll go into this understanding that he's a much better fighter and he's going to win. But I am not going into this thinking like, I'm just going to stand there and get my head knocked off and not even try. No, he's going to eat some shit. Like, I mean, he's going to have to. That's going to be the way it is, man. He's going to win, but he's not going to get out of there unscathed.
Dude, because I'll tell you what, he's going to hit you once and you're going to go night.
Well, that's certainly a possibility, but I don't think that's a likelihood.
Dude, he's going to ring your fucking bell, bro.
It could happen. Could happen, man. But I have enough. I have enough balls to get in there and
listen. If you really listen, as of this moment right now, I'm 50-50 on this. You actually get in that ring, dude. I will absolutely say that you had the balls to get in there, and I will definitely give you the respect for it. You ran your fucking mouth. Somebody called you out. You got in the fucking ring.
You do it, man. If you got the balls to say something, you have to have the balls to back it up. And I do. And like whether he knocks me out in one shot, like you say, and that is a possibility. Definitely, it's a possibility. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think I can run with him for a couple of rounds. But hey, we won't know until we know, right?
Yeah, I don't want him to knock you the fuck out within like 15 seconds. I want to make.
No, I think most people would rather see him pummel
Yeah.
me for at least a round or two. You know what I mean? But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what
I
happens.
want to see how long he can make that.
I don't even know where they're going to do this though. And like I said, other people have to set it up. It's not on me to set that shit up. You know. And again, I want to reiterate, and I've said this before, but I had no idea that Paul's mother had passed away recently when I told him to go fuck his dead mother. That just happened to be an unfortunate coincidence, but I don't care. Like, you know, take a joke or don't. Joke him if he can't take a fuck. You know what I mean? That's the way it is. So we'll deal with that.
And I'm 150 pounds, sir, by the way. 150,
Oh,
150 to 152. I fluctuate. Depends on.
So I am not the skinniest host on this fucking network.
You're not.
Even though
Yeah,
everyone
absolutely.
calls me that every single day.
No.
But okay, cool.
there
How tall
was-
are you?
5'9".
Okay. All right.
There was one other thing I wanted to talk about, and I don't know if any of you guys know about this or not. I'm going to play this because it's not really being talked about because it's not fitting the narrative. I'm actually surprised to see NBC doing something on it, but it's gone under the radar, and I've been reading about it for the last couple of days, and it's something that is just... Listen, I wax philosophic about growing up in the 80s, and there was our fair share of fucking issues and crimes in the 80s. But the level of evil that I see that out there today is unlike anything I've ever experienced in all of my life.
I agree with that. Yeah.
And it's just purely evil. Hold on a second. Let me, because of course the commercial's going to fucking play.
Yeah, I'm not going to maybe in 100.
Fucking stupid.
I go to.
Are you shitting me? This fucking goddamn dude.
That's
You gotta get
So
premium, dude. You got to get YouTube premium.
yeah, I thought I have premium music. I thought that translated into having.
They're gonna get their money from you.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know now if you're watching YouTube on the TV, that it's for like, you know how like if you're watching YouTube on your phone, you can skip the ads after like 3 or 4 seconds. If you're watching it on the TV, it doesn't let you skip it anymore.
Really?
You have to watch like 6 or 7 fucking commercials before they allow you to skip it.
No, sir. I have
Motherfucker.
YouTube premium. It came with my fucking cellular account. So.
All right. So I'm going to let this speak first, and then I'm going to talk about
Is that
it.
Terry Schiavo?
No.
Looks like it.
Tonight, a Georgia woman suffering horrifying chemical burns after being attacked in a popular Savannah park. Photos from her hospital bed showing bandages around her entire head. We spoke to her son and best friend who've been by her bedside.
I don't know that I'll ever be able to unhear just the terror in her voice.
Police say the attack happened around 8 Wednesday night as Ashley Wasilewski walked through Forsyth Park after a church program.
She felt and could see in the shadow from one of the lamps in the park somebody very close to her. And she turned around and went to push him, and then just in that split second was like, why is he pouring water on me?
Within seconds, Wasilewski's clothing started disintegrating.
She looked down and she could see that her pants were burning off of her.
She was later flown to a burn center in Augusta, the FBI now working to identify that chemical that left her so badly scarred. Savannah's mayor posting this photo of what he calls a person of interest, asking the public to help identify him. Forsyth Park is an iconic tourist attraction.
Forsyth Park,
even featured in films like 1997's Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. Savannah police now
That was a
conducting
fucked up
patrol in
movie.
parks across the city and saying that based on their initial investigation, the victim does not know her attacker.
We have no evidence that this is part of a larger pattern.
Meanwhile, Wasilewski's friends and family are focused on her mental and physical recovery.
Having someone sneak up behind you at random is going to follow her for a while. I mean, it's going to be hard to deal with, and there's going to be some traumatic response to it.
Aaron Gilchrist, NBC News, Augusta, Georgia.
We thank you for watching. And
46 years old, this woman is.
Yeah, that's really tragic and sad, dude. And it sucks that it happens in that town. I love Savannah. Savannah's an absolutely beautiful city.
One of the very few states I've never been to.
Yeah, I did some time there at Hunter Army Airfield, and it was absolutely gorgeous city. And it sucks that something like that would happen in a city like that.
And it's not getting a lot of news. And again, I'm surprised that, I mean, it was the local NBC news, but I have not seen it on the national news. Something like this should make the national news. I feel. I mean, this was just pure evil. How do you? I can't even put myself in the mind of somebody that would think, hey, I'm gonna go find a skinny, helpless fucking woman and pour acid on her.
It's just the way that people see humanity and society this day and age. They, the value of human life don't matter. It doesn't matter to anybody anymore.
They still don't have any idea on who did it and why.
For the military, for the longest time, we used to shoot on paper targets to train, and they found out that if you switched that to a silhouette, so you have pop-up targets, and they're silhouettes. They call them Ivans, and the one of the reasons they have things like that now is it's to desensitize soldiers from shooting a body, shooting someone. So you train to shoot that silhouette, and then when the moment comes in combat, when that silhouette presents itself, you have no problem shooting it. They found out, they did studies in World War II that only a certain percentage of soldiers fired their weapons, and so that's why they changed that. And I think that's what's happened to our society today, is that people are looking at Ivan silhouettes. They don't think that there's a life, a mother, a father, a child, somebody's aunt, somebody's sister, brother. They don't think about that anymore. They don't value the sanctity of life.
Yeah, dude, I can't disagree with you. I think human beings on a whole are desensitized to violence, and what would compel somebody to pour acid on a random person? I know this. It's just pure evil, and I think that evil is permeating through us, and we're allowing it to happen because we're always fucking angry and we're always fucking miserable. And it's easy that's an open door for evil.
Yes, absolutely. If you want to understand it, you are absolutely correct. That is a absolutely phenomenal book to read.
That I got to put that in the list of books that I'm reading, because I'm reading a book right now. My neighbor is he's 83 years old. He was military intelligence. He was in Vietnam, and I plow his driveway for him. And he comes up to me. He's like, "Rob, you know what's going on in the precious metals market?" So we always have these conversations. And I mean, let me tell you something. For 82, that dude is spry and smart as a whip, and he's somebody that I have an awful lot of respect for.
Yeah, that book on killing goes into the psychological effects that the military did a study on training military and what they did to change the outlook of soldiers and have them actually do their job, and the psychological effects of what happens after you kill somebody.
All right, so I guess I'm going to have to read that book now, On Killing. Let me put that in my fucking
very,
list.
very, very good book.
Put that in my notes. Okay, On Killing.
Mm-hmm. It's not a huge book either. It's not huge.
Patty, do you believe that evil exists?
Yeah, sure. Of course I do. Yeah. I'm talking to you, aren't I?
How did I know that was coming? The second I fucking said it. The second I said it. Wait, no, he deserves this. Hold on. He deserves this. There you go. He fucking deserves that.
No, I do. I think there are a lot of people who like to say, well, that's not, you know, evil doesn't exist. People are just, deranged or whatever. No, I really do think there are people who are just irredeemably horrible. And you call that evil? Cool. I get that. Evil, 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 evil. You know what I mean? It really does exist. It's not just a song. I think we have to recognize it where it is. Sometimes people overuse the term, but sure. I mean, going into in Australia, going into a crowd of people because they're Jews and shooting them up. I don't know how to categorize that as anything other than evil, right? Going into a classroom, Brown University, and shooting a bunch of people up. What do you call that? I mean, I'd have to call it evil. So yeah, it definitely does exist.
So do you think? I guess because I mean we were talking about this earlier. Do you think that what's his name, Nick?
Yeah, what Nick Reiner?
Yeah, Reiner.
Yeah.
Do you think he's evil, or do you think he's got mental issues?
Well, I think it can be both. I don't know enough about Nick Reiner to understand whether he was actually mentally ill or just evil, or whether
He was
he
a
was
drug
both.
addict and he was trans.
Yeah, look, I don't know.
You put those two things together, sounds like a mental issue to me.
The thing with that, we have to again. I said this, I've said this about just about every mass shooting, and the fact that you even have to say every mass shooting because they happen all the time now. I think we should take a pause and wait to find out what actually we're gonna hear about the Reiner thing. What I really didn't like, and I don't know if you guys talked about it earlier. I'm sure you did, so I don't want to repeat a bunch of shit. We don't have to, but some people's reactions to it were just as shitty as they were with Charlie Kirk, and I just want to be as clear across the board, honest about this and even-handed, and say, like, nobody should be, regardless of their political affiliations, should be, murdered, and anybody who takes pleasure in that is a sociopath. I didn't take any pleasure in Charlie Kirk's assassination, and I was really supportive of Erica Kirk in what I think is one of the most courageous and graceful reactions to an absolute tragedy that none of us can really understand because it didn't happen to us. But she's like, I just think she's amazing for that. And nobody should be taking pleasure in the murder of Rob and Michelle Reiner, but the president of the United States is doing that. He is doing that. He did it on Truth Social, and then he did it in the Oval Office today. And if you think that's okay, then I think there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, I can't get behind that either. I don't celebrate the death of anybody. It doesn't matter what part of the political aisle you sit on. It doesn't matter, what you believe. I don't care. What I care about is, as I said earlier, the sanctity of life. So yeah, that was absolutely evil. I don't celebrate the death of anybody.
Yeah,
Or
I mean, if something happened to Charlie was probably one of my least favorite human beings on the planet politically, but the first thing I thought when he got shot was about his family. I was like, man, that's got to be like, this is miserable. Like, how is she going to explain to her children what happened to their father? Like that. I didn't think about Charlie's politics. That's not important. You know what I mean? You have to be a grown up and just say, hey man, this is this is a family. Whether you like them or not, they're a family, and they're going to have to pick up the pieces of this and deal with it going forward. And if you take any kind of pleasure in this, then you really need to think about what the fuck is wrong with you. You know what I mean? Because that's just ridiculous. And I think that Donald Trump needs to think about what the fuck is wrong with him for posting what Rob has on the screen right now, which is absolutely disgusting. This is just fucking the worst.
So, a very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away together with his wife, Michelle.
He didn't pass away. He was murdered.
He was murdered. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's bullshit. Passed away. Like, he didn't have a heart attack.
Reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome.
Which is not true.
But not only that, but what is that relevant?
It's not, but whatever. It's also a lie. It had nothing to do with that. His kid killed him. The fuck, Jesus. This is the worst fucking thing he's ever done in his life, and that's saying some shit.
You think so?
Yeah, I think this is the worst statement he's ever made. This is so horrible, especially so close to Charlie's assassination. And, I was on the right-wing side where anybody on the left who said that, they reveled in Charlie's assassination was a piece of shit scumbag. I'm applying the exact same standard to Trump, and this is a piece of shit scumbag statement.
All right, give me 2 seconds, guys. The camera overheated and stopped. I'm just gonna reset the spit.
I can agree with you, Patty. I don't like this statement.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, he's switching it with oven mitts on again.
Yeah. So I don't agree with that at all. I don't. We can't see that. Stop putting it on the screen.
Yeah, I know.
I don't agree with celebrate. You can't in one breath say, the people that celebrated Charlie Kirk's death are horrible people, and then in the same breath
do the same thing.
Do the exact same thing that you said they did.
Let me just finish reading this, and we can finish discussing it. Crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome, sometimes referred to as TDS. He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald J. Trump, with his obvious paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness. And with the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before. May Rob and Michelle rest in peace.
I think the only good thing about that whole statement was the very last sentence.
Yeah, but because it was followed by all the other shit, it's actually insulting.
Absolutely.
Like, it really is just awful. Look, Rob Reiner, you may not like Rob Reiner. Rob Reiner and I agree on pretty much everything politically. I understand you guys don't agree with him politically. That's fine. That's all well and good. But we live in a country where we're supposed to be able to say anything we want, which is why I thought one of the many, many, many reasons why I thought it was horrible that Charlie got shot, because he was just exercising his rights to say whatever the fuck he wanted to say. And I don't have to agree with it or like it. I can think it's horrible, right? But this just shows that Donald Trump does not have principles. It's not a free speech thing. It's not a, hey, everybody deserves. As a guy who almost got assassinated, you would think that he would say, nobody should be, a victim of political violence. But instead, because he's such a fucking egomaniac, he's like, oh, good. I'm glad. I guarantee you, and I can't prove this, and he won't say it in public, I guarantee you he laughed when he found out that Rob Reiner got killed. You know what I mean? Because he's a amoral scumbag. And his statement shows that he's an amoral piece of shit.
Well, it was absolutely...
Everybody said that Charlie Kirk deserved to get assassinated is an amoral piece of shit. And Donald Trump saying
I agree with you.
And Donald Trump saying the same thing about Rob Reiner is an amoral piece of shit.
I think that was in very, very, very poor taste.
It's not in poor taste, Rob. It's really worse than that, man. Come on, you know that.
That was it was backhanded. It was backhanded insulting.
Poor taste.
It's not backhanded. That's backhanded is like, hey, that's a forehand slap across the face to his family and the people who live still. And I'm telling you, man, like that is the worst thing I've ever heard a human being put out on Twitter. That's the worst thing. The worst thing. It's disgusting.
I wouldn't say it's the worst. I would say it was
it's definitely not the worst thing.
I've seen some pretty rat ass shit on Twitter.
Well, I did say I was going to split the nuts off the side of Barry's face. That was probably worse.
But yeah, that was.
And then he said I said it about Rob because he's a lying sack of shit. But
horrible statement to come from a human being. Not even.
Can you imagine if Barack Obama said some shit like that about a Republican? I mean, you get out of here, man. Like, what would happen if Barack Obama had
Barack
said
Obama was evil, but he was classy about the shit that he said, and I didn't find this to be classy.
I don't think Barack Obama's PR team would have let him put a statement like that out.
No,
because he was surrounded by people who were actually intelligent, unlike this fucking moron.
I don't know.
Dare I say retard?
I think that
I don't want to upset anybody.
He could have just said, it was a horrific thing.
No, he can't just say that. He can't do that. He can't. He's not capable of that kind of shit because he's a fucking infant. He's a goddamn, at best, a 6-year-old. And as soon as it happened, I knew right away. I even said to Marie, I said, yeah, he's gonna say something crazy within an hour or two. And of course he did, right? Because he's not capable of being gracious for any reason whatsoever. Like, he can't do it. It's not in his goddamn DNA. That's just you guys understand that.
I don't think he's capable of taking a high road.
No, he's not. He's not capable of taking the high road. All he knows is what Roy Cohn taught him back in the late 70s and early 80s. Was you just relentlessly punch and punch and punch, lie, say whatever the fuck you have to, but never admit humility, defeat, anything like that. Just always be on the offensive. So that's what he's going to do. That's why he criticized John McCain before his fucking funeral. I have a lot of problems with John McCain, but the time is not to bust his balls right after he dies, right? Rob Reiner's not even fucking in the ground right now.
Yeah.
And he's already insulting the man. What kind of scumbag do you have to be? Man's not even embalmed.
I guess my question is this. So, because I'm playing devil's advocate here, because that's
literally
what I always do.
Trump is the devil.
Still, I mean,
if somebody is an intrinsic piece of shit, should we show them grace? Because that's what Rob Reiner was.
Well, I felt okay. So you feel that Reiner?
No. I'm not saying I don't agree with the statement. Like I'm not saying anything. Like I don't believe that he deserved to die.
No, but you believe he was a piece of shit, right?
In death, yes.
He is absolutely a piece of shit along with Stephen
that's
King.
fine. That's fine.
In death, absolutely. The man's body's not.
But I believe that Charlie was a piece of shit. But I was.
Go ahead. You guys talk for a minute.
I was able to, for a couple of days, refrain from calling Charlie a piece of shit because I felt like it was inappropriate to talk that way about him right after he had been killed and his wife and his children were mourning him. So I waited for, and we had a bunch of news briefs where I said, hey, look, all I wanted to talk about was how courageous and gracious I thought that Erica Kirk was. So why can't, if I can exercise that kind of restraint as a jerk off who has a stupid podcast that no one cares about on the internet, why can't the president of the United States exercise that level of maturity and just say, you know what, we can criticize Rob Reiner, in a week or two, but right now we're just going to say, hey, our condolences go out to his family. Yeah, why is that not possible?
I agree with that. I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Look, I didn't follow Rob Reiner. I wasn't a big Rob Reiner fan. I wasn't a hater. I wasn't a fucking lover. I wasn't none of that. I don't give a shit what
You
is
didn't like
called-
any of his films?
I mean, I loved his films. He was a very talented. He was a very talented at what he did. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm able to separate politics from things like that. But
Which is good.
but
I think that's
I would
good.
never talk about somebody after they were murdered, and I'm sure he was brutally murdered by somebody. I wouldn't talk about him like that. I didn't agree with it when people did it with Charlie Kirk. I don't agree with it this time. I don't agree celebrating the
So
death.
what's the name of that? God, I can't remember her name because she's so inconsequential. But that really, really ugly, redheaded, supposed comedian chick. What the fuck's her name?
She held the bloody Trump head or something.
Yeah. What the fuck's her name? Come on, Patty, you should know.
Kathy
Griffin.
Kathy Griffin. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you think that was in poor taste?
Yep.
Oh, of course. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely.
Okay. Well, I have a different understanding of you now, I guess, and I have a little more respect.
No, that was horrible.
And I mean that. I'm not just saying that because I'm blowing smoke up your ass, because I don't do that.
No, I know you surely don't. But no, it's yeah, she was wrong for that. I mean, what she did was protected by the First Amendment, just like what Trump said and what a bunch of idiots said about Charlie Kirk. I think they're all wrong. You know what I mean? But that's, I like to live in a country where people can say wrong things. And I don't want to stop the president from saying what he said. I just want to criticize him when he does.
Okay. So now we have an understanding of what I was talking about the other day, and I don't want to harp on this. I don't believe that you should not be allowed to tell somebody to go fuck their dead mother. Right. I just think that
I shouldn't have done it.
Yeah. That, like, I believe that, I
didn't
obviously
know
have
his mother had just died.
I know you don't, but this still, that's like you saying something about my kid or my kid's mom or something like that, just because you want to be a shitlord. There's things that I believe. It doesn't. Oh my God!
You have the ability. Listen, you have
10 years old. Oh, he started it.
I am saying, look, man, I just think when somebody throws a punch at you, you throw a brick at them. When somebody, this is the Chicago way, even though we're in Boston. Like, I don't think, I'm just sick and tired of people on the right thinking they can say whatever they want. He called me a libtard and a fucking asshole before I even got my words out of my mouth. And so I decided to up the ante. Again, if I knew his mother had died, I wouldn't have said that. But, it's just the idea that you get to throw a punch at me, with your good hand, and I got to fight you with my offhand.
Right, but it would be easy for me to make jokes about your wife, dude. I would never do that.
Well, I know you would never do that, but if you did do that, I would accept it as the fact that, hey, look, I decided to get on the air and say some shit, and I have to accept the reality that people might say some crazy stuff. It's just the way it works.
Here's the thing. I believe, obviously, more than most guys today, especially fucking millennials, that you can still get back at motherfuckers and you can still throw that brick, but there's a gentlemanly way to do it.
Yeah, there's also the Lenny Bruce way to do it. And I'm just
in my own head, the way I think is that there are things that, I should be allowed to say. Nobody should stop me from saying them except for myself. Right. Because I want to.
And I would hope, and I know that you would never do a thing like that, and I would never talk about your family. Like that's just because that's an unspoken thing that you just don't do. But I think that when I said what I said to him, it was just supposed to be like kind of an abstract thing. Like, I just assumed his mother wasn't dead, and I shouldn't have said what I said. Okay, I shouldn't have said what I said. But
yeah, I mean, having the right to say something and having
doesn't mean you ought to. I get it.
Do you know the first time I got banned from X? The very first time I got banned from X, I was in a space talking, and it was like 2 years ago. And I have this shirt that says, oh shit! It says
$20 is $20.
Come at me, and it's got like a Crusader sword on it. And this Muslim douchebag got so pissed off about it was my profile picture at the time. And he said, "Oh, I'm going to fuck your mother with that sword on your chest."
Jeez.
And I was like, okay. I said, but I tell you what, you go ahead and dig her up and do that while I'm banging your mom. While I'm fucking your mom and she makes me a sandwich and sends me off with a Capri Sun. And I got banned for that.
Well, it was the Capri Sun part that was fucked up. I think that's what
I
got
was like,
you.
are you kidding me? This dude just said he was going to fuck my mother with a sword. And I told him I was going to bang out his fucking mom and she's going to make me a sandwich and send me on her way. And it's like, dude, well, and this fucking cocksucker reported it.
Yeah.
And I got banned for a week.
Well, that's what happens. I got banned from YouTube permanently because Will Johnson kept reporting me for every video I put up, and we're talking about January 6th just because he wanted me off social media. It happens that way sometimes. But again, I just think it's important that we recognize the humanity of other people, and sometimes I've failed to do that, and I failed to do that in that conversation with Paul. I'm willing to go. I'm going to go through with the fight if that's what's going to happen, because
take his lumps.
You run your mouth and you got to pay the consequences, and I'm willing to do it.
Fucker, talk shit, get hit.
Yeah, no, that's it. I fucked around. I'm going to find out, but I do think that he was out of line in the way it started, but that doesn't mean that I have to get equally out of line or more.
Are you a straight white man?
Yeah. Last
nothing,
I checked, yes.
Nothing should offend you.
No, nothing really does offend me. I just feel like I just fight back. You know what I mean? And that's what bothered me about the whole thing with Paul is that, our fellow host, what's her name? I can't remember.
You're such an asshole.
She got really mad. She got really mad. It was like, that's inappropriate. And I'm like, inappropriate? I didn't know there was inappropriate on this network. And I know that the boss of this network doesn't think that anything is inappropriate on this network.
There's nothing beyond the pale with
the
rafty one.
So yeah. So that's just the way it is. I thought we were all on the same level. He obviously got offended at what I said. Okay, that's cool. And now maybe he gets to punch me in the face for it.
No. Not maybe.
Not maybe.
Well, I'm saying no. I still have questions. I still have questions about whether anyone's going to actually get this together, because it's not me. I'm not doing it. Somebody else.
You can guarantee if ever anybody else drops the ball, I will be there to pick it the fuck up.
Okay. No, I'm sure you would love to.
Even if that means getting you and Paul to my house.
No, but it's got to be like a real venue. It's got to be a thing.
Why?
And I really
you can't make the rules, homie.
No, I'm not trying to make the rules. I'm just saying it needs to be we need to do this correctly. It needs to, and it shouldn't just be me and Paul. It should be like a card. You know what I mean?
Well, then here I got a question for you. Did you get your ticket for the World War debate?
I'm not. I got approved for the ticket, but I don't think I'm going to go, because I'm going to go to the January 6th thing.
Yeah.
A couple days before, and I think that going to January 6th, going to DC, and then you're coming home and then going down to Jersey is probably not.
Do you have to go home?
Yeah, I do. I definitely do. For work, I definitely do. So yeah, it's not really feasible to do both, and I'd rather do the January.
Because there are plenty of boxing gyms around that area in Atlantic City.
Well, first of all, if we're going to do this, I think that we need a little bit more than like 2 weeks to get. I need to get ready for this.
You should have already been. You should have already.
Yeah,
been
I'm not.
2 weeks ago.
Look, I think it would be better to do this in the summer in Texas or something like that. It would be fun, because then we could get a whole bunch of other people. Because I want to have. It would be awesome. I know I could talk to Owen Schroyer because he's a friend of mine and he's really into boxing. And I think there's probably somebody that we could get to fight him. And then, I don't know, maybe Enrique could fight somebody, or maybe you want to do it. I don't know. But we need to. It can't just be me and Paul. Like that's going to last 10 minutes.
What?
It's not going to be very
It's not
exciting.
even going to did you say 10 minutes?
10
Well, I'm
minutes.
talking about walk-up music.
Grossly overestimating your ability.
No. Like my walk-up song is going to be like 3 minutes long, and his will be 3 minutes, so that's 6, and then the fight maybe 4. I think
This
that's
isn't Rocky
reasonable.
4, motherfucker. All right.
It's no. Well, it would be more like the first fight in Rocky 3.
I could just see you fucking playing that fucking James Brown song, fucking strutting.
No, you know what? But I told you what my walk-up song was going to be.
Yeah, it's right
No.
there.
What's your walk-up song going to be?
It's
I
going to
don't
be Me
remember.
So Horny
Oh yeah, that's
by
right.
2 Live Crew.
Yeah.
I told you that. Yeah. Just because I want everybody to be disturbed before it happens. I want everyone to be a little queasy. I want Paul to think maybe I shouldn't go near him because he might try and fuck me. Like I think
maybe you should do Sir Mix-a-Lot's. I like big butts.
Yeah, I mean, but Me So Horny is so much more graphic. Like I don't mean the radio version of
No,
it.
I know what you mean.
Not the Tipper Gore approved version of it. I'm
The
talking
Tipper Gore
about
approved version of it.
the heavy duty version. That's what I'm coming out to. So he can choose to get as close to me as he want, but he might not like what happens.
You're talking a whole bunch of shit.
Come on, man. It's what I do.
All right.
You're gonna get fucked up.
Yeah, I've already conceded that, man. That's not a question. It's just about how entertaining can I
Patty
make
just
it.
wants to push it out to the summer because hoping that fucking Paul will forget about it and life will go on.
No,
and
I'm not
something
trying to push it. Look, if
You
they
gotta
could
strike
get
while the
something
iron's
together,
hot. See, I
if
was
they
told
could
that.
get
I gotta
something
strike while the
together
iron's
in
hot,
the
and I did it.
spring, if they can get something together in the next couple of months where there's a whole card and we can put it at a venue that'll be fun, like yeah, absolutely. I'll wait. I'll be down for it. I would like to, because obviously I haven't been preparing for a fight. And I think, when you fight a guy who's a professional fighter, I think it's fair for me to ask for enough time to get ready for it. I mean, seriously, I'm supposed to go in without any kind of training at all. I don't think anybody with any sense in their head would think that that's a good idea.
Why
I
aren't
think
you?
it's a great idea.
Yeah, but why aren't you just doing it for yourself?
What, getting ready for a boxing match? Are you getting ready for a fucking boxing match?
Every morning I wake up at 4:30 in the morning, okay?
Okay.
I go out on my deck. I do
eat some bricks.
Self-weight. Yeah, pretty much. Self-weight. And then I have a bag and I have a speed bag in my basement right next to this fucking studio.
Okay, well, I don't do that,
every single
Rob,
fucking
because I'm
morning
not-
because I want to be prepared for anything that comes my way.
Really?
I get up every morning and go.
Every fucking morning, dude.
That's it.
I think you're probably prepared for a sandwich to come your way, but I'm not sure that you're prepared for a fight.
I actually don't eat sandwiches, so
Yeah, no, you don't like bread.
nope.
That didn't really work that well.
No, it didn't.
Like a meatloaf?
No, it's got dude, it's the carbs, it's the fucking breadcrumbs in the fucking meatloaf, bro.
I wake
It's
up at 5
it's
o'clock.
eggs,
in
it's
the morning
chicken,
and-
it's fucking bacon, it's a lot of eggs actually, like 36 a week.
5 o'clock in the morning to the gym, and then I
Yep.
call Rob usually on the way to work.
What do you do in the gym? Hula hoop?
Well, tomorrow is fucking leg day.
Oh, leg day.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm
like-
150 pounds, bro, but I'm not like I go to the gym
I'm
every day.
fucking with you, Reno. I'm not kidding. Everybody likes to talk about skinny guys being weak or whatever. I don't think that about you or anybody.
No, I mean, look at fucking
you
Bruce
gotta
Lee.
be. Yeah, he weighed like 135 pounds.
I know.
He's like 5'6" or something like that.
I'm a
So,
jacked 150.
Yeah, I was so skinny when I joined the Navy. They made me fucking drink a couple of gallons of water at MEPS.
Bro, I ate for I went to MEPS the
Seriously,
first time
I'm
and got
kidding.
sent home because I couldn't make weight. So I
Yeah.
had to eat 2 peanut butter and banana sandwiches and drink a 32-ounce glass of milk every night for 2 weeks before I went to bed. Before I
Dude,
could
last year my son started wrestling. He was 220, and this year, because he's been working out with me, he was 201, and the coach was like, "Dude, you got to put some fucking weight on. You got to put some fucking weight on, dude." And he was like, Dad, and he goes, I gotta like chill out a little bit, working out. And I was like, why? He's like, dude, the coach wants me to put like 10 pounds on because he wants to get back into the 215 weight class because he's a fucking monster. And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, all right, so then what we got to do is build way more muscle mass so we do it even harder. And he's like, he looks at me, he's like, Dad, just can I get through this fucking season, please?
And then once I got out of basic training, I put a little weight on. And then once I got out of basic training, I think I've been like 175, 176, something like that before. But I was just like really unhealthy.
Yeah. Dude, listen, man, going into fucking 2023, I was fucking 300 fucking pounds. And it was like, if you saw me at like 42, I was fucking diesel, dude. I was ripped. I had a fucking six pack, but I was just unhealthy as shit on the inside. I looked great on the outside, but on the inside, I was just fucking, and then it just fucking went poof. I quit smoking, which was huge. And the thing is I quit smoking and I actually quit drinking coffee for like 10 years. All of that, like fucking, the second I quit smoking, I didn't eat more. I just ate the same that I normally did. So I had two major stimulants that I wasn't fucking doing anymore at the same time in my body. As I get older, as most people do, you go poof. And I lost, over the summer of 2023, I lost 72 pounds just from eating healthy.
I used to take a supplement called, and you, Patty, you being in the military, you probably heard of it.
Getting rid of sugar.
They used to have that supplement called that stuff called Ultimate Orange. Remember that?
I never tried it. Did that work for you?
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. That shit. That's like pre-workout with creatine and all that shit, dude. I got. That's when I got one. I was up to 178, but my frame wouldn't support that very well. You know what I'm saying? So I was
right.
Yeah.
So I do believe I will tell you that going carnivore and eating clean and eating healthy has absolutely made my outside and my inside come together and coincide in being healthy. I feel better now at 50 than I did at 40. And it's just fucking amazing what eating clean, not eating anything with fucking chemicals and shit in it has done for me. And it was in a very short amount of time, Patty. I mean, very, very short amount of time. I think it was like 4 months.
Well, I'll tell you what I just cooked for dinner before I get on here. I'm not going to eat until we get done, but was kielbasa sandwiches with some sautéed onions and mushrooms.
I'm allergic to onions. Can't eat onions.
McDonald's and that shit.
Can't eat onions?
Sick
no,
later.
Never.
God,
my whole entire life, dude.
But I found out that I
don't miss it.
bro. I can't with that carnivore diet. I can't eat meat like that, dude, because it just makes me. It sits.
You can't eat kielbasa. Come on. I grew up with a lot of Polacks. If you can't eat kielbasa, I don't even know what to do.
Also, fasting was an important part of it. And I know people think that I'm fucking crazy, but I do 172-hour fast a month.
Ugh. Good for you, man. I don't think I could. I don't think I'd probably.
Dude, you want to talk about fucking you losing fucking this? You fast and drink water for 72 hours. You will come out of it realizing, like, holy shit, what the fuck just happened? Like, I haven't had things here in like 10 years, and now they're back.
Like teats?
Huh?
You mean like teats? You talking about boobs?
Boobs? You got boobs? Give me the bobs.
No, I thought that's what you're doing with
the things, the start of the six-pack things in your abdomen. They haven't been there for 10 years. It's only been nothing but fucking fat. And now they're back. But dude, listen, no, I wake up because the way I look at my body, the way I look at training is the same way I look at a gun. I would rather have a gun and not need it than need it and not have it. So I would rather be prepared for a fight, a war, a battle, something, be prepared for it and never have to use it because I'd rather not use it. But I want to be prepared. I don't want to be caught out if the shit really does hit the fan one day and I'm this fat old fucking out of breath fuck that can't fucking protect my fucking family because I'm out of shape.
Let me ask you, when you lost all that weight, which is impressive, man. When you lost, you said 78 pounds?
72.
72 pounds. Great.
Yep.
When you lost that 72 pounds,
when
you were first able to see your prick, were you actually more upset or less upset?
He's like, I got to put this weight back on.
I just
let me have the weight back, can I please?
Honestly,
was that the situation?
I'm not. I don't talk about my dick, dude. Like,
yes, you do. You have a helmet with a sticker on it that says "orgasm donor."
That's my tongue.
I would assume it would have to be.
That's my tongue, bro.
Yeah.
I will talk about my tongue all day long. That is the orgasm donor. I'm not talking about my dick.
This is definitely not the prick. Right, I got you.
Yeah, yep. No, and it says in the back, it is customary to pay for motorcycle rides with oral sex. It says on the back of the helmet.
Right. Well, I'm sure a lot of the guys in the club appreciate that. But what are you gonna do? Stop walking into shit, man. You're like a dude who you're a professional rake stepper. You step on rakes,
dude.
like for a job.
I know that I'm setting you up for this so that we can keep going back and forth. Are you fucking retarded, guy?
Yes, obviously.
Yes, obviously you're fucking retarded. Listen, dude, there is no nut to butt on my motorcycle. I don't care if my bro's broken down. He's fucking on the side of the fucking road. Motherfucker,
you will suck him off no matter what the circumstances.
I will sit here and I will wait for the motherfucking tow truck, but you are not getting on the back of my fucking bike, dude. You can fuck right off.
Hey, have you ever seen Made, the movie Made with Vince Vaughn and Jon Favreau?
No.
It's kind of like a sequel to Swingers, but it's not exactly a sequel to Swingers. They're different characters, but it's basically you should really watch it. But it's funny because fucking P. Diddy is actually in the movie, and he's got a biker gang in New York, and fucking Vince Vaughn and Jon Favreau have to get on the back of bikes with these like jacked black dudes, and fucking you see Vince Vaughn wearing this fucking suit and this silly helmet on the back of it's in the summer in New York, and this black dude's got no shirt on and he's fucking jacked. He's huge. And they're riding, and Vince Vaughn is holding him around the waist, and he's like, it's outright hilarious. If you only watch one scene, the whole movie's funny, but if you only watch the one scene, it's
all right. I'm gonna have to try to
absolutely
find that scene. Yeah, there is no nothing but. I don't care how much of a fucking bro you are.
No.
You on the
I'd
side
rather
of the
walk,
fucking
man.
road.
I'd rather walk.
I took my son when he was much younger on the back of my bike quite a few times. And he asked me just recently, he's like, Dad, when are you going to take me back on the bike? I said, dude, you're a little too old. No, not the butt. Yeah. And he looked at me and goes, yeah, you're right. And I said, thank you. Yeah. I said, thanks, kid.
All right. Hey, guys, I gotta go. Yeah. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Hey, guys, stay tuned. We're going to figure this out so that you all can watch Patty get his fucking ass handed to him.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be unconscious, but he could hand it to me, I suppose.
All right, everybody, thank you very much. I do have a guest on Thursday. My show is going to go from Wednesday to Thursday now.
Everybody needs to make sure that they they tune into that.
Yeah, well, I'm 6'1", so yeah, I don't know if I really would want to be 6'5".
I'm 6'7".
If I put my loggers on, I'm like fucking 6'2".
Your loggers. I'll put my loggers on.
Fucking Georgia boot loggers.
My fucking loggers. I'll put my loggers on. 6'7". Whatever.
You know, I'm actually really fucking tall for being a fucking Ginzo, so I'm very happy with that. That's the Normans when they conquered Sicily. We got that a little bit of that fucking Viking blood. They got rid of the fucking the brothers from fucking North Africa. They came in and kicked them the fuck out and decided they were going to fucking rape and pillage our women. So, nobody talks about the Normans conquering Sicily.
I'm the shortest. I'm 5'9". I'm the shortest person in my entire family.
Yeah, my son's actually 6'1". He's going to be fucking taller than me, which is great because every real father wants to see their sons be a badder version of them, and my son's following suit, which is fucking awesome. So
I'm the running leader. If you saw my brother and then you'd be like, Jesus Christ.
Reno, are you what's your availability on Thursday?
I don't know. I have to check my schedule.
All right. So I have
What is Thursday? What date?
Shit, dude.
Today's the 15th. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I got I have to work.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a guest. I'm just announcing this to everybody that's watching. Thank you guys very much. And I hope you enjoyed my monologue today. I hope it resonated with some of you. So
it
I have
resonated with me, and I didn't even get to talk about it, but it's okay.
Did you enjoy it though? At least
I did.
All right, good. That quote was from I think I said it, but I'll say it again. That quote was from Meet Joe Black, and it's very funny. Like when that movie came out, dude, I was not interested in it at all. I think I had seen it back in '98 when it came out, and it just didn't. Watching it from like a perspective of 25 years later or 26, 27 years later, it's a different movie. And I think that, something like that, when you're getting older and you're facing your own mortality, there's a lot of themes in that movie that guys like you and I could fucking resonate with. And it was pretty prolific that it just happened to be on in the background. I think it was like autoplaying, like because the Netflix is set to autoplay, and I was watching a movie and I was doing something else, and it went into Meet Joe Black. And I was just listening to it out of the corner of my ear. And like I said, I would never choose it. And then I kind of got engrossed in it, and I watched the whole fucking 3 hours of this thing. And from my 50-year-old perspective, it's a vastly different movie, to me at least, than it was in '98. And I think if you have time, everybody, it was a lot better than I ever imagined it being, I guess. It's pretty, the themes are pretty heavy. And I heard that quote when he was talking about the media and how Sir Anthony Hopkins was, he was a really, really good guy. He stuck to his guns. He believed that the news, should be unvarnished. And that's when I heard that, I was like, whoa, wait a minute. So I stopped and I rewound it and I watched that whole scene. And it was a scene where, this other company wants to buy them out. And he's literally talking about that if we sell to him, this guy now controls all media, and everything that we do and everything we say has to go through him and his approval. And that's just what is indicative of what's going on in the media over the last 15, 20 years here. And I believe that it was also very telling because we need to catch ourselves. If we really say that we are the new media, we're the new news, we actually have to be altruistic. We actually have to be, look at this as being unvarnished. And it is a responsibility that if you are out there and you do have a voice, that you do it for the right reasons. And if you're not doing it for the right reasons, not only are real people going to ferret you out and realize it, you're going to end up fucking alone, man. You're going to be alone in your bullshit because people are going to see it. They're going to be like, you know what? Fuck you. And all of the things that you did. My buddy Chad Caton, he posted something, and it was really, again, because it went with the themes of today, what I wanted to talk about. He said, I hate seeing people piss their future away for clicks. Sad. And he's right. He's 100% right in that. And you think in the temporary, and it's hubris. You honestly, truly think that you're better than what you are. You have an overinflated fucking ego. You think that, whether it be your looks or the things that you're saying, or, and you get a couple of people and you get this fucking dopamine hit, and you're just like, oh, all right, cool. I'm just going to go with this. And then ultimately what happens is people will find out who you really are, and then what was it? Was it Barnum and Bailey? Or no, it was who the fuck said it? Hang on, I want to end on this quote, and now I just
well, not only that, but like you can't, if you're going to build your future on this, what we're doing now, or whatever you're doing, and realize that you're not going to make money on it, and don't do it off the backs of people that have already done it. Do it on your own. Build it yourself.
I'm trying to think. It was. Oh man, you know, I probably should have. It wasn't. It wasn't Barnum and Bailey. It was it W.C. Fields? Basically, it's it's way worse to be obscure. Like I would rather be infamous. I would rather be hated than be irrelevant. And, you know, that's the thing that pisses a lot of people off. The second you turn that switch and they become irrelevant to you, that is way, 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 way worse. I would rather people, well, not me. I don't really care either way if I'm irrelevant to you or you hate me or you love me. I mean, it doesn't fucking matter to me. But that attitude really pisses people off. Yep. Me having that attitude that they are unbelievable, you know, these people are completely and utterly irrelevant because of the things that they do. They've made it so that now, you know, whole scale, they're going to be sent to the depths of obscurity, because your looks only last for so long, first of all. Second of all, internet fame only lasts for it's your 15 minutes of fame, whether that be 15 minutes or a year or whatever. But, you know, you're being, you know, doing things that you would normally never do because you've gotten that fucking dopamine hit of infamy or fame or you know, internet clout or whatever. You know, that's not helping. If you're not out here helping, and you can't tell me that, oh, well, I do this to get this so that I can do this. Bullshit.
Yep.
Bullshit. Bullshit. So, bro, thank you for joining me today.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it. So, yeah, my guest on Thursday is a woman whose son got 28 years in prison. He was an EMT for stopping a burglary. He shot somebody. From what I've read so far, I will see if, you know, I wanted to say we were going to do it today, but I wanted to take the time to do the investigation in it.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, it absolutely is, because fuck you. So from what I've read so far, I mean, I have to talk to his mother, is that the guy had a gun that he shot, and there were other people in the car. He shot into the car, but that was because he saw the gun, and the people that were in the car took the gun. But he ended up getting 28 years, convicted 28 years in second-degree murder. He's having an appeal in January, and I want to bring as much light to this as possible, because this is yet again Colorado overstepping and being Colorado. Colorado looked at California and New York and Massachusetts and said, "Hold my beer. We can do worse to violate people's constitutional rights."
Yeah, that's a really interesting. It's a really interesting story when you hear it. I think it's going to make a good show.
So she's going to be my guest on Thursday, and I hope you guys tune in. We will be 100% will be doing a space. I will set that space up on Wednesday. If you guys could share it out, that'd be greatly appreciated. Reno will be doing his show soon. I have to get him my video, and I will get that to you ASAP, my friend. I just got to have somebody film it. I don't really have anybody to film it for me.
Okay.
I will get you the fucking video. And it's like, I'm thinking about it, I'm like, dude, that's so self-deprecating. And I'm like, all right, well, I don't really care.
It's going to be awesome, though. It's going to be an awesome ass fucking.
I'm just going to get out of my truck and go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. It's going to be an awesome ass intro. It's going to be fucking great, dude.
Oh God, I want to hear the fuck. I know what you're doing. I know the song that you're playing, but I want to hear the fucking Sanford and Son theme song. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, right.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, brother.
Yeah. All right.
You got anything else coming up or no?
I do not. Maybe Warstream Wednesday and a lot of shit posting on X. I did skip my gospel today. Sorry, I had things to do, and yeah, I'll be around.
All right. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. Again, I am honored that you're here. I appreciate every single one of you that tune in, that support the show. And I'm trying to make things bigger and better for the future. And the grift. You know, I'm trying to get off here, but I want to kind of respond to that. The grift never ends. And it's like, dude, you don't seem to understand that not a no one is here.
Yeah, there's
I don't know.
1,234 people watching, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank God no one cares.
Yeah, thank God no one cares. Thank God the 1,234 people that are watching the show right now don't care. That sounds like an incel to me.
Yeah,
it sounds like, somebody that jerks off to.
I don't respond to yapping dogs.
Yeah, I know, dude. Insignificant, inconsequential fucking incels that have no fucking life. But I do. The grift thing makes me laugh because this fucking idiot has no clue that none of us make a fucking dime.
Listen, if you stop, right?
Oh my God, if I made $20
arguing with yapping dogs, you'll never get to where you're going. No, I'm in my living room, but thanks.
Oh, this fucking idiot. All right. Well, there's once a show, there's got to be a fucking moron. And, and that's it. He got his fucking 5 minutes of fucking internet fame. He can fuck off now. All right, brother. I will talk to you. You have a great night.
Yeah, you
everybody have a great night.
Tell somebody you love them.
Yeah, tell somebody you love them because you never know when you're not going to be able to. So, yeah, this looks like my grandmother's living room.
Hell yeah. Mom! Meatloaf! Never